Leroy Diesel. This is the Hummer lift pump installation guide. Removal of the undercarriage protection may be needed. First, you're going to locate the fuel tank diverter valve in front of the passenger fuel tank on the passenger side frame. It's close to the transmission oil pan. The first step, loosen the forward bolt on the diverter valve until you have enough room to slide the new bracket between the head of the bolt and the frame. Step 2, use the J-nut provided to slide onto the frame rail bracket into the existing hole. Loosen the bolt pictured so that you can rotate this bracket just enough to clear the pump. After the installation, retighten this bolt. Next, attach the pump bracket to the pump using the 3 studs. Also attach the fittings. The quick outlet will be on the left side with the reducer. The inlet fitting will be on the right and is a barbed fitting. Step 5 is going to be disconnect the original fuel supply line going to the lower connection of the diverter valve. That's the supply line going to the engine. Using a small screwdriver, carefully remove the plastic clip, then remove the hose from the selector valve. Note, you're going to want to have some rags and a drain pan ready to catch the fuel that's going to come out. If the fuel will not stop running out of the diverter valve, I have found that if you put the tank position sensor in the auxiliary position, the fuel will stop flowing. Give that a try. Next, you're going to install the clamp onto the white 90-degree fitting. Then install that onto the diverter valve on the lower connection where you've removed the original hose. The 90-degree fitting is going to point upwards, and the hose will loop over the valve and come back down and around to meet the lift pump in the next step. Next, you're going to install the whole pump assembly in place. Use the slotted mounting points in the bracket to slide under the head of the bolt to the left, then rotate the bracket under the remaining bolt to the right, which is going to the diverter valve. Secure both bolts. This is what it looks like without the pump installed on the bracket. Next, you're going to cut the hose coming from the diverter valve. This is the hose that you just installed with the white 90-degree fitting. Cut the hose to length and install it on the barbed inlet fitting of the pump. Now, reconnect the original fuel line that you disconnected from the selector valve. It will simply clip onto the new quick connect fitting on the new pump. You're almost done. All you need to do now is hook up power. Hopefully you bought my relay harness and we'll be providing power to the pump with that. What you will do is press the button on my harness, which will activate the lift pump. Open up the air bleed screw on your FFM filter until nothing but good solid fuel runs out. Then, when you are done, try and start the engine. It should start and run. It may die if it catches a big gulp of air. If that happens, just crank the engine in 5 to 10 second cycles. Give time for the starter to cool off if the engine won't start, but eventually it will start and it should stay running. You should be good to go. Any questions? As always, let me know. You can go to LeroyDiesel.com.